morning is 7:04 on this Monday, August 18th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Here on a Monday morning, we're ready to get the week started as we usually do, talking about Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main here in Lebanon. And this morning, Clint Kelly is here to talk about Absolute Kubota. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
First thing, I guess, we'll talk about Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair. Kubota has a presence there.
Yes, sir. We sponsored the Dairy Goat Show yesterday, and then we're also sponsoring the FFA tractor driving competition today. And so we just want to give a shout out to all the participants. Good luck and congratulations to all their families on supporting them this far.
Well, I know that people come to your lot on West Main, and it's a spacious lot, and it's filled with the Kubota tractors and implements and hay equipment and zero-turn mowers and all that, but you can see it at the fair. You've got quite a display there.
It's probably a little sparse right now with all the things we've taken down to the fair. So yeah, don't judge us too much right now for the next week and a half or so. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff down at the fair. Take a look. We try and take construction equipment. We take tractors down there. There's a slew of side-by-sides that are both on display and then being used by fair officials. So, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff down there right now.
Well, where I've seen mostly you and some other implement dealers have a display, it's near the Made in Tennessee building, the newer building out there. But you in some other locations as well?
Yeah, so we'll typically be over there. We'll be by the front entrance. And then the last couple of years we've had stuff over by the the livestock run, those display areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what you of course you take care of the service department, and you're not directly involved in sales, although you love to see the good sales happening, and Ryan Cornwell and the others doing well there. But what's the fair do to you? Does it slow it down a little bit, or?
It keeps our transport schedule busy of just stuff we need to take over there. Every once in a while we'll sell something that might be at the fair that we need to go pick up and get it delivered to a customer. But as far as repair work, kind of stays steady. We still have, with the crazy rain we've had this year, we still have some people that are finishing up hay right now. They're doing their second cut. So we're kind of helping out with that, and then construction stuff is always going down with just all the construction boom we have in Lebanon. So we're staying busy with that.
Well, just out of curiosity, do you do a lot of repair work on hay equipment?
It comes and goes. I think so. This is my fourth summer here, and I think we've had other summers where we've had more stuff go down. This summer's been, knock on wood, it's been pretty good so far. Not too many repairs. We had quite a few things come in at the beginning of the year just for tune-ups, which was great. But at least, emergency calls, like, hey, I'm trying to roll right now, and this went down. We didn't get too many calls like that this year, which was good.
Yeah, right. Well, there's no question you do a lot of service on lawn mowers and these zero-turn mowers that nearly everybody has anymore. Every once in a while, I see one with a steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
But most of them are zero-turn mowers, and they are used all the time. You've got a number of professional lawn mowers. I guess that's all they do all day long, go from one location to the other, one yard to the other.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain mowers you can come sit in, and you can tell that it's someone's office chair for 8 hours. This is a pretty comfy seat, so they try and take care of those operators as best they can. And, to your point, we still see a couple garden tractors with steering wheels, but if anyone's intimidated by it, we have a customer. She's been fantastic to us. If she were sitting here, she'd tell you all about it. She put close to 3 hours on her mower at our parking lot before she ever took delivery of it, because she wanted to make sure she drove that thing right and wasn't going to destroy it.
Okay. But with all the rain we've had, it's been a good mowing season.
Absolutely.
And if that's your business, you've been busy without a doubt. And I would imagine because of that, it might have increased your repair business and maintenance business a little bit.
Yeah, I think maintenance we try and stay on top of. We've got such a good crop of customers at this point where they understand the idea of staying in front of things before anything starts to break down, of doing proper maintenance. And I know you preach about that every time I come on here, which is fantastic. And we have a lot of people, they just know that they want to bring their stuff in also while it's under warranty, even if they're doing their own repair or if they're doing their own service. They want to bring it in to take advantage of their warranty, because there's, every once in a while there's something that starts to break down, a little early, so we can get those things covered.
Well, we try to mention RTVs each week, at least mention them, because there's a big market there. And they're a wonderful creature, if you want to call it that, a wonderful implement to have, either for recreation or for work or a combination thereof.
Absolutely. No, they're great machines. I've learned more and more about them being kind of the lifeblood of people's farms. We've got a couple of customers that have 2 or 3 of them. So as soon as one's done, we're letting them know, like, hey, we're getting ready to bring this one back, and we'll get the call, like, all right, we'll just trade, get the other one, and let's get that serviced, and then just get it back to me as quick as you can.
Do RTVs require a lot of service, really?
They do, yeah. So they're one of the ones you want to maintain a little more often, especially with the cab units that Kubota has, making sure you're changing your air conditioning filters inside the cab to make sure you don't get any buildup of dirt and debris, because, obviously when it gets a little dry, it can get pretty dusty around here.
All right, we're about out of time here, but remind everybody they can you can see them. They can see you at the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair, with a lot on display out there, and you're welcome to come out there. But you're still regular hours on West Main, right?
Yes, sir. And we've got some stuff out at the fair as well that it has rental signs up. So there's quite a few things that we have out there that we'll rent as well. So just call us if you ever want a quote on anything to rent.
615-449-6171.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Thanks so much, Coleman.
All right. That's Clint Kelly with the Service Department at Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main here in Lebanon. Well, I think I told you last week we would have the Fairs to the Fair as a guest this Monday, and it's our first half this morning. But before we get to the Fairs to the Fair this morning, let me introduce Lauren Lefever's Flat, who is right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
You have been, I guess the chaperone is one word, the director or in charge of Fairs to the Fair for quite some time now.
Yes, sir. I believe 13 years.
And once upon a time, you were Fairs to the Fair.
Yes, I joked with the ladies at rehearsal that I looked at their registration, and most of them were not born when I was Fairs to the Fair. So there's that. But yeah, 17 years ago.
Well, you no doubt have very pleasant, fond memories of being Fairs to the Fair and all that goes with that once you start wearing that crown.
Definitely.
And because of that, you're probably the logical one, to say the least, and you love what you do, I know. So I think we all owe you a debt of gratitude for what you've done since you have taken this over.
Thank you. Yes, I did. I had such a wonderful experience when they asked me if I would be willing to take it over. That was an easy yes.
Well, the 2025 Fairs to the Fair is Callie Drennan. And Callie, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It is nice to have you today.
Yes, it's so nice to be here.
And I hope it's been a great experience being with Lauren Lefever's Flat.
It definitely has. I'm thankful for her support. She's super encouraging and works hard, so I appreciate that a lot.
Well,
yes,
that old saying about been there, done that applies to her. So that probably a little advantage for all of you who are Fairs to the Fair to have
for
somebody
sure.
who's been walked in the steps previous to you.
Yes, yes, sir.
What was it like this time? How many did you have competing?
I had 15 in our Fairs to the Fair pageant.
15. Mm-hmm. And this was Thursday night, first night of the fair.
Yes, sir.
Well, Callie, I think we should, there's a lot of things. We got plenty of time, I guess, a lot of things to ask of you this morning. But tell us a little bit about you. Your parents are here in studio with us this morning, by the way, which we glad to have them with us. But tell us about you.
Yes, as we previously mentioned, I'm Callie Drennan, the Fairs to the Fair this year, and I'm super, super grateful for that. I'm a big hometown girl. I love Wilson County. It's had a huge impact on my life for sure. And this is my 6th year doing the pageant, and I did it for 5 years previously and always got runner-up or top 10. And so this is my first year Fairs to the Fair, and I got crowned Fairs to the Fair. So I think, I'm thankful for the other years that worked up to this year because it made it extra special for sure. But
well, you anticipated one of my questions, what I was going to ask you. Had you ever competed before?
Yes.
You said 5 or 6 times.
Yes, this is my 6th year competing.
Oh, okay. Five previous times.
Yes, 5 previous times, yes.
Well, other than winning, was there a lot of difference?
I believe, throughout the pageants, was there a difference in each pageant?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Fairs to the
interviews.
Fair? Okay, yes, for sure. The interviews we had, that was a large difference. And I do feel like, I feel like, it was more of a full day rather than like the other ones were just like, you go on stage and do your walk. But this year we had the interviews, they ask you questions on stage. I feel like it was more like personal this year, which I do appreciate.
Yep. Well, let's find out just a little bit more about you. We'll go to a break. You go to school?
Yes. So I've been at Lebanon High School my first 2 years of high school. I'm a junior this year. This year I decided to go online through Liberty University. So I'm online through them, but I still cheer at Lebanon. So I cheer for their football team and their competitive team.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, what's your high school experience been so far? Has that basically been good?
It's been a good experience. I do think, I feel like it's definitely different from middle school, especially coming in as a freshman and new larger school. I was previously at Friendship Christian, so that's a smaller school, and then going to Lebanon for my high school years. That's a change, but I do love Lebanon, like the pride they have. Like the football games are so much fun. So that has definitely been an amazing experience. And, getting to know more people for sure all over our community has been a great experience.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't you chosen Miss Congeniality also?
I was as well. Yes, sir.
I don't know how often that happens. Lauren, is that a rare thing? Or?
Yeah, I was blessed with that as well in 2008. And I want to think we had maybe 2 other girls in this time frame. So maybe 3 times in 17 years. That's all I can speak to.
It's rather rare, but that's a double honor.
Yes, for sure. Honor. Yes, for sure. That is such a blessing and did my heart well.
Okay, time for us to take a break. Our fares to the fair. Callie Brendan is here this morning along with Lauren Lefevre's Flat, and we'll be back in a moment on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways, and it's all brought to you by Absolute Kubota. Premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 449-6171. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. A car up against the wall in a terrible spot coming up through Brentwood. Watch for it. 65 northbound near OHB there in that section of Williamson County. It's gotten heavier now, leaving Wilson County here in the last few minutes on the interstate here on 40 westbound. As you come through the Mount Juliet area, headed on into Hermitage, loading up now even more on 65 southbound down through Millersville. Princess Hot Chicken on the scene there at the Wilson County Fair. Be sure to stop by the food truck at the Wilson County Fair there for Princess Hot Chicken. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Cedar City RV, your destination for all things camping. Whether you're looking for travel trailers, fifth wheels, or anything in between, Cedar City RV has you covered. We proudly offer top brands like Forest River, Palomino, Rockwood, Coachman, and more. Plus, expert service after the sale to keep you on the road with confidence. Financing is available, making it easier than ever to start your next adventure. Visit us online at cedarcityrv.com or stop by our location at 1102 Sparta Pike in Lebanon to explore new and previously enjoyed models today.
The versatile Kubota B-Series is a do-it-all tractor. Run powerful attachments that can be easily switched out. It features a hydrostatic transmission and is simple to maintain. The Kubota B-Series, the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main, Lebanon.
The Farm Bureau Expo Center would like you to consider us for your next corporate outing. Our 79,000 square feet of adaptable event space offers unparalleled versatility right here in Wilson County. Trainings, luncheons, and meetings are just a few of the many types of events that we can accommodate throughout the week. For booking details, as well as upcoming events, visit farmbureauexpo.com or find us on Facebook at Farm Bureau Expo. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Farm Bureau Expo.
And we continue here on this Monday morning. Thanks for joining us. We'll remind you that the Wilson County Tennessee State Fair is going on. We all know that, especially if we've seen any of the traffic. I will say attendance is down a little bit after yesterday, but we've had some great crowds and it's been a little bit hot, and that might account for being down a few thousand. But MJ will be broadcasting live from the fair tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m., I believe, in the WCOR building in Fiddler's Grove, and she invites you to stop by if you are at the fair. And the gates open each day unless there's something special. It opens at 4 o'clock. Right, Lauren?
That is correct.
Lauren Lefevre's Flat is here accompanying our Fairs to the Fair, Callie Drennan. Well, Callie, what are some let's get back to the pageant, because you've been in that a number of times.
Yes,
and
yes,
you kept on until you finally got that crown, and now no doubt looking forward to representing Wilson County in the state contest later on.
Yes, sir.
What's it been like? You mentioned this a little bit, but talk a little bit more about Lauren accompanying you here and offering suggestions and ways of how to get around. That no doubt been nice.
Yes, it's been so nice for sure. I know whenever I was crowned, I knew it would be a busy week, and that's one thing she told me as soon as I was crowned. You have a busy week ahead, but her support and talking with me through it, and with her have been crowned before, it's made it a lot easier, because she knows what it's like to have that busy week.
Yeah.
So,
what have you done so far after the ceremony Thursday night? Then from you wore the crown. That's part of your costume.
Yes, of course.
Fair.
Yes.
And so what have you done?
So first night we started off, had our meeting, and then let's see, that was Thursday. And then Friday, I'm trying to think back.
Just special needs pageant.
Yes.
Celebrating
We
Lovely.
had the Celebrating Lovely pageant, and that was seriously the sweetest thing. I said that was going to be one thing that was super hard to top. Just seeing, their smiles light up as they were getting crowned. And I think it's super special that everyone gets a ribbon and everyone gets crowned, so they all feel, loved. We had that, and then the King of the Fair pageant, and that was so cute. All the little boys doing that was super fun, and seeing
Matt
the moms.
Griffin was seeing that, wasn't he?
He was.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
He does a great job.
Have you got to meet Mac yet and get to know him at all?
I didn't get to meet him fully, but I kind of like.
You need to. Mac's a special guy.
Yes, awesome. Yeah,
He is wonderful MC. We appreciate him.
That's what I was thinking. He was wonderful at
Yeah.
that.
Anything else you recall?
And then Saturday, which was okay, let's
2
think
days
back.
ago.
I'm like,
I told her fair brain is a real thing.
It is. No, it is. Like today, I was like, what day is it today? That's why I asked her. I thought today was the 16th. Saturday was not as of a busy day. I feel like that was kind of lighter. But Sunday yesterday we had the rooster crowing contest, which that was hilarious. Watching everyone trying to get them to crow was amazing. I think her daughter actually ended up getting one to crow at the end, and that was amazing to see that. So, and then today I'm with you. Great start off to the day.
Well, thank you for mentioning that.
Yes.
I think this does part of being Fairs to the Fair is coming out here.
It's a huge highlight,
Yes.
Coleman. We really appreciate you.
For sure.
Well,
we do.
I was thinking prior to this, I think from probably the very beginning of Coleman and Company, we've had the Fairs to the Fair on sometime during the week of the fair, and that's great. We appreciate that too. What year are you in school?
I'm a junior. This is my junior year.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you're at?
I'm Liberty University Online Academy, but I'm the cheerleader at Lebanon still.
Right. So,
yes.
Okay. All right. I won't go further than that. What are you planning to do? You got another year of high school.
Yes, sir.
And then what?
So right now I'm currently an assistant hair and makeup artist. So I've always loved that since I was little. So maybe furthering in that, I also have always sang country and Christian music and played guitar. So I thought about, working at those at the same time and seeing what doors God opens, to see what opportunities come along and see where I'm meant to be.
Well, let's talk about a possible music career, or at least being involved in that. And how involved are you now?
I've sang since I can ever remember. I actually have a performance every year that I do at the fair. It's a 30-minute set, but this year I have an hour and a half. So it's on always normally on the last day of the fair, so Saturday. I have a guitar player now that comes. So I stay keeping at that and festivals over the years if anything pops up to do.
Well, now, you sing, you play an instrument or two?
Yes, sir. I play the guitar.
What, just a guitar? You play piano?
I don't. I do want to try that soon, though. I think that would be amazing, especially I like to sing at church, too, and it would be nice to be able to play the piano there, too, so I hope to further in that.
What about schooling after high school?
So I've thought about going into cosmetology school if I decide to further in that. But I've also thought about, my brother actually goes to Carson Newman. He's on the fishing team, and I always had thought I wanted Alabama or Tennessee. You know, I love the school spirit there, but as he's been at Carson Newman, it's a smaller Christian school, and it's so beautiful there. So I feel like it would be amazing to be there, a little close to home, and having him there and all of his friends that I've met would be amazing.
I'm trying to think. Carson Newman is not far from Knoxville, right?
No, it's not. Probably about 40 minutes, I would say.
What's the town?
Jefferson City.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been sitting here trying to think of that ever since you mentioned that. All right. Well, thanks for bringing that out.
Yes, and if anyone loves to fish, I definitely recommend. It's very beautiful there. Their lake is amazing. So,
do you have other interests or other hobbies that you want to talk about?
Yes, I love cheer. Doing pageants is something amazing, and especially going to state, I do think I would want to further in doing more of those. But I love to be with family a lot too. I don't know if that's a considered hobby, but I do love being around family and friends and spending quality time. I do think that is amazing. But hair and makeup, cheerleading, pageants, that's something I love. So, yes, sir.
Well, no doubt you're looking forward to representing Wilson County in the Tennessee competition that we mentioned earlier. Where is that held?
That is held at the Embassy Suites. It is our Tennessee Association of Fairs pageant.
Oh.
It's always in January each
Is that
year.
in Murfreesboro?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well that's not far from home. You don't have a long trip.
I told her be prepared. It always snows, so there will be ice in the parking lot and snows.
So they
do a wonderful job. Yes, keeping it safe.
Are you called upon to milk a cow this week?
I believe so, and that is going to be an experience. I've never done that before, but I'm here for it. So
I was thinking that was one of the responsibilities, and if you've never done that, you are in for an exciting time, no doubt.
Definitely, my friends are like, let me know when that is, because I want to watch that. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, had you milked a cow as
yes,
fairs
sir.
to the fair?
Yes,
but I'll bet you had previous.
I had.
Yeah.
We did not ever raise dairy cows on our farm, but Hell Moss, he was sure that our fairs to the fair would be milking a cow every single year. So that was a highlight for him as well. He always came over and watched us with the milking of a cow.
Yeah.
But that's generally on Wednesday night, but I'll double check. But her parents, Jeremy and Heather, are with us today, and I'm sure they'll be Facebook Live that day as well for all of her friends to see.
Yes,
that moment.
Well, I think that just about every fairs to the fair, I get around finally to asking about a boyfriend or any. You want to?
I guess Morgan Wallen in my dreams. I guess. But not exclusively. I do not have a boyfriend exclusively. Maybe talking to someone. He's a great Christian guy. Has a really good family. I've grown up around them. His dad's a pastor, and I really, really have enjoyed being around them for a little bit. And super good Christian people. So not exclusively though, but.
Well, no doubt your part has just about to get in high gear, I guess, as being fairs to the fair and the responsibilities.
Yes, sir.
You got a breakfast to go to, one or two this week, two or three maybe, three
Yes.
of them.
Yes, three actually.
And a
one
luncheon.
today. Yes.
So this is all come. It's got to be. I mean, I haven't experienced this, but just watching the different fairs to the fair and seeing what it's all about. Once you're named fairs to the fair, I mean, you are it for a week at the fair, and everybody's got their eyes on you as you go all around the fair and attend all these events and do what you're supposed to do. Back when we had the great giveaway and gave away money or a car at night, the fairs to the fair would be there. Lots of times even drawing out the tickets. That's something you won't get to do, but Lauren, you remember that.
I do. I remember those late nights. I tell them I hope they get a little more sleep. We had to stay till the very end every night.
Any other thing about pageants you want to mention before you go this morning?
Well, we have pageants throughout the rest of the week. Our Miss Senior pageant, and then we have all the doll parade divisions and our Fair Princess divisions. All of those are still remaining, so they will be in the air condition in the Expo Center. So that is a huge highlight. We've been very blessed to have that opportunity for all of our contestants.
Right. And no doubt, Kelly, you appreciate the air conditioning that we have there, because this used to be not too many years ago. It was held, what they call it, the community stage?
Entertainment stage now, or entertainment pavilion.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's not air conditioned.
That is correct.
So, as we say, sometimes count your blessings.
For sure.
Well, congratulations very much.
Thank you so
appreciate you
much.
being with us. I know that it's considered part of going with the territory of being Fairest to the Fair, but it's so nice to be able to have the Fairest to the Fair here and have every year, all these years, and we'll look forward, of course, to next year and so on. But any final words this morning before you leave? We've enjoyed having you.
Yes, I do want to say always stay true to you, and never give up, because your time will come. And I really hope I make Wilson County proud, and I pray that I'm nothing but a bright light for Jesus for them, and just really make you guys proud. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity, and thank you for having me today.
Well, thank you for being with us. We certainly appreciate it. And Lauren, thank you so much as well, and appreciate the good job you do. And
thank you, Coleman.
And really the advice you're able to give these young ladies as you guide them through the fair each year.
It's an honor. Thank you, Coleman.
All right. That is part one of Coleman and Company. We've got more. Please keep it right here, FM 98.9.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95, up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Continues to build down Vietnam Vance westbound. It's gotten heavier now. Trying to get through Hendersonville, working your way out of Sumner County into Davidson there, passing Conference Drive. It's busier than it was 15, 20 minutes ago. Over here now on Donaldson Pike, right over the interstate, still building in from Wilson County with that volume on 40 West, especially traveling through the Mount Juliet area. When you need dependable towing for your car or truck here in Middle Tennessee, make sure you call the best. That would be STR Towing and Recovery. Check them out at strtow.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Middle Tennessee Electric has been a proud participant and sponsor of the Wilson County Fair for decades. MTE is the largest electric cooperative in the TVA region and serves more than 750,000 Tennesseans in 11 counties. August 20th is MTE Day at the fair. Middle Tennessee Electric will have numerous booths and demonstrations. Look for MTE's electric griddle trailer for free grilled cheese sandwiches, live hotline safety demonstrations, and get free ice cream from Shop Springs Creamery at MTE's Energy Hub trailer.
Hey, this is Dr. Derek Gregory, and I'm proud to announce to you the opening of our brand new dental practice, Gregory Dental Group, at 1746 West Main Street, just across the road from Sports Village. Come experience modern dentistry at its best. We're always welcoming new patients, and I truly look forward to taking the best care of all your dental needs. Come by or call us today.
That's Gregory Dental Group, 615-444-0322, or online at myLebanonTNDentist.com. Gregory Dental Group, compassion, knowledge, skill.
Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing has experienced new leadership and a new atmosphere. Same location in the heart of Lebanon, 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 615-444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing.
We'll have mostly sunny skies and hot conditions for today. Highs in the upper 90s. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the lower 70s, and then sunshine again on Tuesday, and it remains very hot. Highs in the upper 90s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your Severe View forecast, I'm Drew Richards.
We welcome you to part 2 of Coleman and Company on Monday morning, and we are graced with the presence of Gail Hellam, Farm Bureau Expo Center Director of Marketing and Events.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. You've got it made for a couple of weeks.
Well, it gives me a chance to plan and work on projects, which I really appreciate because other than that, days are busy.
Well, I'm being a little facetious here and picking at you a little bit at the same time, but But no, we do have this thing called the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair, that pretty much takes over the whole James E. Ward Ag Center, including the Farm Bureau Expo Center.
That is a true statement. That is a true statement.
And everything is happening at the fair. But Gail is, of course, Director of Marketing and Events, as I said, and the Farm Bureau Expo Center is a wonderful addition to the Ward Ag Center. Of course, it's been there for a while, and you're not the first director, but you have probably brought it more to the attention of America than anybody else. And
well,
I
I'm
think
trying.
Things have been really. You're here to tell us each Monday about either something new or what's been successful, and there are rarely any times that we had something that didn't work too well with you and your staff pulling off all these wonderful things.
Well, there's always things that happen, and that is with every event. Anybody that comes in saying it's going to be perfectly executed probably has not done an event before, because it never works quite that way. But it's about being prepared and, knowing that you have resources around you to help you. It really makes a difference. And I am proud of the new events that we brought in. I was super excited. I'm working with Pick Tennessee right now, and we are going to probably be the new home for one of their annual meetings. And so we're working on the schedule and seeing if we can how far out that looks like we can accommodate. And that's exciting to me because that's new. That's a different element. In addition, with all the state meetings that we've been getting also, it's always wonderful to work with them because it brings them into Wilson County from all over the state. So it's wonderful to be able to work with them.
Yeah, and even though you weren't directly involved in this, but Governor Lee flew in by helicopter the other day for some dedication for a new building I think we had. I mean, the governor doesn't fly from Nashville to every county every day. That's...
and all the times that he's been out there, I've never met him. Really? I always miss the mark on that one. But it's true. People across the state are learning more about us, and I think that's opening doors. And, just a small side note in the fact that I got selected for Leadership Middle Tennessee coming up. Our retreat is coming up this week. And I get to go visit all those counties in Middle Tennessee, and so I get to see what their counties have to offer, and then I get to also be present and represent Wilson County with the other people that have been selected, like Susie.
Yeah, and as you've mentioned the last week or two, while the fair is here, it's a little bit different for you, somewhat of a respite, but not altogether.
Right.
You're still involved because your building is in.
Well, yeah, I mean. They're utilizing the expo a little differently this year than they have in the past. That looks at it's just different. The displays are different or differently organized. Let's put it that way. And but that's still, I've had a chance to focus on. I'm leaving for a conference next week down in Miami, and it's the biggest conference we've ever been to. So it's a chance to really capture the attention and share information to the whole Southeast. So I'm excited about that. So I've had time to plan that.
Well, we appreciate having you here each Monday, and you're with MJ still, I believe.
I am.
Once a week, at least once a week. Is it just once a week?
Once a week.
Yeah. Which day is it?
Usually Friday.
Okay. But you have a nice conversation with her as well, and just letting people, just keeping that Farm Bureau Expo Center out there on people's minds and letting them know what's going on.
Well, we want them to know about us, and we want them to know that we are a resource, obviously for Wilson County. But, the biggest money that we bring in is from the region or, outside the state. So it's a balance. You've got to have a mix of those things in order to make the building successful. And, we're getting ready to celebrate 10 years next November.
Wow.
So
you've got at least somewhat of a celebration plan?
I am working on a key event that will pull, it's designed to pull people from all over Middle Tennessee.
Okay. No, all right. Well, remind everybody you can check out the website, farmbureauexpo.com, or you can go to Facebook and find out all about events, event details, leasing information, and more. And with that, thanks for being with us. Are you through? Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
unless you've got something more, we'll...
No, I just threw the teaser out there about the big event coming up next November, but there'll be more details coming out. We're still working on packaging it so that we can promote it.
All right. Gail, thanks so much. See you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Gail Hallam, Director of Marketing and Events for the Farm Bureau Expo Center. We are 21 minutes before 8 o'clock. County Mayor Randall Hutto is here, his usual monthly visit to Coleman and Company. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
Unless there's very few times you have been here when it wasn't on the Monday of the County Commission meeting. That's about all we can get out of you, I guess, although I know you'd come if asked, but my schedule gets pretty busy sometimes too. But it's really great, too, to have you here and have this one kind of set in stone for you to come here and you and I've got to know each other a whole lot better just sitting here and enjoying once a month, and certainly appreciate it.
Well, and we probably get to know each other a little bit better when the show is over and we set that extra 15 or 20 minutes and discuss really what's on the world going on out there.
Sometimes we do that. Sometimes it's that long. Sometimes you're in a hurry and it's only 5 or 10.
Yeah. And today's one of those days I have to go to
I'll tell you what,
breakfast.
We are live on Facebook this morning, but you came dressed for the occasion. I'll say that.
It is a full day today.
You look like a Philadelphia lawyer this morning.
Well,
or maybe better.
Maybe better. Well, it's always good to come, and there's plenty of information to share for sure that's going on in the county. And anytime you need me to come and drill down on something that maybe people are talking about or you want to know more about, I'd be glad to do that. Have no problem.
All right.
Okay.
Take off.
We'll get started here. I do have a few well wishes to give, if I could, right quick. Miss Polly Riggin celebrated 84-year birthday yesterday. And so wish her a happy birthday. I know she always listens to you every morning, regardless of where I'm on here or not.
Happy birthday.
And then my daughter Megan and her sons Hutton and Fisher and Cece are all listening this morning. They knew we were going to have our show today, so they decided they would tune in. That's not a normal thing for them, so we wish them well as they listen on. And I'll get started with the month. It's been a busy month, as always. We did speak at the first part of the month to the fair volunteers as they got started. I think you probably were there that night. And a big crowd there for that opening event to talk about how things are going to go. Did spend some time, did the prayer, and did bingo at Senior Citizens, and I think maybe you were there on that one. I'm not for sure. I get to go there occasionally.
I probably wasn't playing bingo, but we were aware of your presence.
Gotcha. Tennessee Central meeting, and we have one of those, of course, every quarter, but we had an annual meeting, and that's the 5 counties that went together after the nuclear plant left, and they have that here in Lebanon now at the mill, so that was a good event. Started several talks of students going back to school, so I visited with teachers by way of the chamber. Lebanon Special School District has all of those people together, so I got a chance to talk to them with some other folks, and then went to Green Hill High School after that on that particular day. We celebrated the Red Sand Project, where we put red sand in the cracks out in front of the courthouse. It talks about sex trafficking and what's going on in that world that a lot of times that we dismiss. And so that's an event that Brooke Driver actually put together for us to start just to make recognition of that. Then I had a chance to speak to the teachers at Stoner Creek Elementary. We went also and had a reappraisal meeting with Joe Griffin, with CTAS, and Stephen Goodall. Just as we start coming up, the reappraisal is going to be coming up next year. You know, they've made a push to maybe do that once, more often than the 5 years that we've been doing it. Some counties are going to 3. They talked to us maybe going to 4 at some particular point. And reason being there is, like, as of right now, the taxing that's going on your property is probably about 69% of the actual value, because the value goes up so much, every year, just because of supply and demand here. But really probably where the county misses money at is on personal property and commercial tax. And those processes are done every year with the commercial and the personal property. But if our ratio, in other words, if we haven't gone up on the individual, then they deduct that from the commercial and the real property. So the county we have some dollars there that we could gain that we are losing. So that's what the state recognized, and so that's why they're making the push to say, let's do it every 4 years or maybe every 3 years. So we met, as I said, with Mr. Joe Griffin with CTAS and Mr. Goodall to talk about, what is that, how hard is that, what's the pros and cons of that. So really a good meeting. Again, remind people, reappraisal means your property values went up, you didn't pay for it, and as long as the county commission adopts the certified tax rate, you really won't pay any more money. But that's a positive thing.
If you and the property assessor had your druthers, would you rather do it every 3 years or every 4? I mean, there's more work. It's going to be coming up more often if it's every 3 years, obviously, but then you're more up to date.
And I really take his lead on that, but I think the way he was leaning was maybe 4 years. We would look at that. But we're going to get past this next year first, then kind of reevaluate and get back together. But he was just kind of explaining the process to us. But, we would definitely take Mr. Goodall's lead on that and see, because it's his team and operation that does all that work. Then I got a chance to speak to the people from Penzic that's going to be putting on the Bruschetta Bourbon Grand Prix here at the end of the month, August 30th and 31st, out at the Speedway, and they come and talked and, wanted to reach how could they get involved in the community more. And so we put them in touch with several Rotary clubs and some Lions clubs and some other people out there that maybe they could go, because they want to kind of give back, not just be a one-time partner once a year. And they signed, I think, a 3-year contract, so they'll be there for 2 more years after this year, so we like that. That was the one that was in Nashville, and so we're glad to have them in Wilson County. Had a chance to speak to Friendship Christian School and talk to those people, as well as Anchor Academy, which is right across from the funeral home there, Sellers Funeral Home there on West Main, and it was a good talk as well. Participate in Rural Voices. They asked me to be on a panel there to talk a little bit about growth and some other things. Sierra Barnett put that together. I was on there with Senator Pody and Mr. Clemens and a lady from Farm Bureau, and then Dean Schulman there from Cumberland University. Really a good meeting. It was well attended as well, and so a lot of good conversations. Citizens got to ask questions, and so we were able to answer those questions for them. And I think they've got a series of a couple of more coming up as well, and so those was well organized and did a good job with those. Spoke to the Rotary Club at Mount Jewett and gave the state of the county there, the Breakfast Rotary Club. Went back to another event at Cumberland University called the IAC dinner event. And it really was a UT, Knoxville UT, as well as Cumberland University come together. And they had a conversation there with several leaders around the table about, what is real citizenship. They just kind of brought the question out and talked about, if you're born here, are you really a citizen? But anyway, kind of a question that's kind of in the public right now and a little controversial. But the way they did the program was really good. We got there, they laid that question on the table, talked to us about that, and then said, hey, go get your supper and come back, and y'all talk about it during the time. So I was at the table with Chuck Cagle, which is a longtime attorney there for the school system and the TSBA, Sam Hatcher and his wife, of course, and Dr. Warren and his wife, and then Charles Bone out of Nashville with the attorney. So I was at a great table to be at, and then Dr. Pinson with Vanderbilt University Medical Center. And so it was a good group. They were way over my head and pay grade for sure. But that was a great event, put on really good conversation. And so I think they'll come back and do some more of those events. Had a chance to do a wedding for a lady on the 6th hole at Five Oaks Country Club here not long ago. They're having a big wedding, but they need somebody to do an official, so we had a small one out there. But really was a great time and a good night. Did Lynn Yeager with Rehab 23, which kind of helped get that started, and it's really a good program that helps our firefighters as they're fighting a fire. They come out and replenish those firefighters with food and whatever they need to help them sustain. But had a good retirement party for him and wish him well in his retirement from that particular. He's retired from several other things, but he did a good job of getting that started. Met with the CEO, Cindy Borgman, from Summit University, Summit Hospital, and we met and just talked about all the services that they're kind of working to extend this way. The new freestanding ER on South Hartman is one of those. met with people from Vanderbilt Life Flight to maybe think about, could they help us when a storm happens? Our people, which people may not realize, that once that storm happens and a tornado, straight line winds, whatever maybe goes through the county, WEMA goes door to door to check on people, see what the damages are, record that damage, and that's what gets turned into FEMA to see if we qualify for that. So we just thought, could Life Flight help us after that storm fly that path and track it for us and give our people on the ground better intel? And so they're definitely open to that. We're going to have some more conversations about that in April. That saves us from buying a helicopter for sure, and it gives us a good partnership, and I would think that would be something that would be done at no cost. Had a tradition that Quentin always did, and that was meet on the Wednesday night before the fair opens up on Thursday and ride some rides. So Sonia Wright, his daughter, continued that tradition with Josh Major and some other people we met out there and got to ride and open some of the rides, and saw the two new ones, that came in, the one from Italy that's called Lightning, and the one from Czech Republic that was called the Joker. Both of those are $1 million investments for Mr. Reinhofer, and they were first time they were used in the U.S. So it was good to get the chance to do that and continue that tradition. Went to the Main Street Awards that the Post put on, and that was a great event they had at Love One Another's Church, and recognized several businesses here, which I think gives them fire to continue to move forward with what they're doing. Then had the grand opening of the fair, as we said. The governor came and talked, and so that was a good time. And then had a good opportunity to meet a foreign exchange student that was here with a family. Luke Majors had this lady in here from Japan, and so took a picture with her. But really a good event. She kind of got a chance to go out and see Channel 2 and do a little story there with them while they were at the fair. So busy month.
Yeah, you've been busy, and we've been so busy we passed our time really for a break. But it's never too late to take a break, and we'll do that right here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roadways, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Absolute Kubota. Premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 615-449-6171. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. A couple of accidents out here getting some attention right now. We're seeing slow traffic westbound Vietnam Vets as you come past Gallatin Pike there through Hendersonville, working your way towards Davidson County there on Vietnam Vets. It's also a little bit slow, no surprise, really up through Spring Hill on 65 northbound out of Murray County into that section of Williamson County. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken on the scene there at the Wilson County Fair. Be sure to stop by the food truck and get some of that hot chicken at Princess Hot Chicken there at the Wilson County State Fair. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Middle Tennessee Electric has been a proud participant and sponsor of the Wilson County Fair for decades. MTE is the largest electric cooperative in the TVA region and serves more than 750,000 Tennesseans in 11 counties. August 20th is MTE Day at the fair. Middle Tennessee Electric will have numerous booths and demonstrations. Look for MTE's electric griddle trailer for free grilled cheese sandwiches, live hotline safety demonstrations, and get free ice cream from Shop Springs Creamery at MTE's Energy Hub trailer.
Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals on everything you need for your special event. Birthdays, weddings, corporate events, they have you covered. Tables, chairs, tents, linens, dance floor, and so much more. Visit their new showroom in Lebanon at 713 East Main Street in the old Ferguson's building. Find them every day at fiestas.com or on Facebook. Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals that can transform your vision into a beautiful reality. Mention this ad to receive 10% off.
Your Lebanon High football team is back on the field, and we're back in the booth. Join Donald Gann, Joe Gardner, and myself, John Boyce, as the Blue Devils hit the gridiron each week. Lebanon football is brought to you by Bates Ford, Bird Iron Supply, Fakes and Hooker, Kay Maynard with State Farm Insurance, Kenny Salas and the Salas Realty Group, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Shannon Speck Electric, Sports World, Rackley Roofing Company, Wilson Bank and Trust, and Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell. The Blue Devils kick off the regular season August 22nd at Nolensville. Pre-game at 6:30, kickoff at 7.
We continue here, our final segment of Coleman and Company on Monday morning in County Mayor Randall Hotel. All right, got a meeting tonight.
We do have a meeting. Before I go to that, I'll be real quick. I want to brag on Chief Justice for the Lebanon Police Department and Sheriff Bryan, the Sheriff's Department, and all the Sheriff's deputies that I see walking around out there during the day and night, as well as the traffic that Chief Justice and his group, I think the traffic has really been good, the way they've rerouted people and have worked with that. I know the fair has a part of that too, but traffic-wise, it's been good. So just hats off to those people. Nobody thinks about that unless it's bad, and when it's bad, then everybody talks about it.
Well, I know you don't go in the main entrance. You don't enter there. You leave there, and that's probably been the big change that I have noticed. But yes, it seems to be working better.
Yeah, it is better. It's really good, I think. So we do have a commission meeting tonight, of course. Commissioner Scruggs will have the prayer and pledge for tonight. We'll have a couple of recognitions. One will be honoring Davis Nolan, retirement there, and Commissioner Fields will handle that one. And then there'll be a resolution for a Little League World Series.
Excuse me, Davis Nolan going to be there?
He is going to be there.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
He was in the fair parade the other night, too.
Yes, he will be there, which that'll be a good opportunity for people to see him and talk to him a little bit. Commissioner Bowman's going to have a recognition tonight for the Little League World Series. Then we have a couple of rezonings tonight that are going to happen. One is going to be the owner of Macquarie Ventures and Tana Mattingly. We're going to request a land use plan amendment, going from low-density residential area to medium and high-density, medium and high-intensity commercial area. The application seeks a rezoning there on the property from R1 rural residential to C2 planned commercial unit development. This is about 3.9 acres. It's located on Macquarie Road at 3266, 3290, and 3320. So there'll be a public hearing on that one, as well as another one. Again, owner is Macquarie ISO Ventures, requesting a land use plan amendment of low-density residential area to high-density and high-intensity commercial. It will go from rezoning of the property from R1 rural residential to C3 PUD highway commercial. It's about 5 acres, located on 3410 Macquarie Road as well. Commission meeting tonight will be a couple of things that we'll have during my time there. Cumberland University will have some signs and stickers to give out to everybody that wants to promote back to school for Cumberland. And then Kara Corder is going to address the commission. She works for Habitat for Humanity, just to give her recognition of what's going on in her world. It is a regular meeting tonight, so we'll have just the regular people that report. And then on the resolutions for tonight, we have a one-time approve of Wilson County Board of Education budget amendment, allowing them adjustments and return some money back into the general fund balance, which is always a good idea to do. We'll amend some current contracts with Axion, which is the Sheriff's Department department that has an agreement or contract with them. Appropriation from the general fund to the Sheriff's Department, also appropriation from the courtroom security litigation tax to the Sheriff's Department, appropriation from the general fund to juvenile services. That one would be where we're organizing some of Betsy Dukowski's salary. She'd been working, doing two different jobs. They've been paying her out of two pots, so they're going to put that all in one to make that simpler. Appropriation from general fund to judicial commissioners. They're going from a part-time to a full-time on one of those. Appropriation from a general fund to finance, and then one from a general fund to circuit court. Both of those really came up during budget time, and they pushed those to a couple of months, so they ran out of those funds. We knew they were going to need those, but as we were taking funds and moving all of that towards pay this year, we didn't really have any growth money to give those, and so we took that, moved that from the general fund balance this time, and it'll come out of new growth money next year. There's a conversation about, excuse me, increase adequate facility tax for new commercial industrial development there, which will come up on the floor tonight, and then a separate amount of AFT on new commercial and industrial development for building permits. What they're going to do there, we have really probably looked at it, and we had been low on what we charge per square foot. Most people, so like 3 counties out there right now that I can think of, Rutherford being one of those, that are charging 35 cents or 30 cents or 40 cents. We were actually charging about 10 cents because back when we first started this, we just said, well, whatever your building permit is, you'll pay that tax as a commercial AFT. So realizing that's probably not a whole lot of money, and as they look this year to try to find revenues for pay races that ran across this. So we moved that up. So tonight it'll come before the commission at 50 cents, which will be higher than those three counties I just talked about, but it put us more in line with what we should be. Now, that's 50 cents per square foot with no ceiling on that limit. So no matter how big your building is, exactly 50 cents times those square feet. You have some counties out there which, kind of makes things a little confusing for people. You have 3 or 4 counties that maybe charge $1.50 or $1.25 or $1.75, and they do that, but they cap the building at 5,000 square feet, let's say. Okay, so that means, it'll be for that amount for 5,000 square feet, but if you build one that's 50,000 square feet, you're only going to charge for the first 5.
Right.
So it kind of evens out with that. So I think our 50 cents is probably a good number. There'll be some commissioners that may want it to be a little bit more than that, but that really puts us probably in line and competitive with other people. And we're going to take that fund there, that money that's coming in, and we're going to set it aside and put it into a separate account for just road projects. We've talked about it for many days now that, we do a lot of different stuff in the county. We built WEMA stations, we built schools, we doubled the size of the jail, we built a courthouse. We haven't done really a lot of stuff towards roads, and Mr. Murphy and them do a fantastic job with the roads of what they do and what they were designed to do, but they don't have money set aside to widen roads or to, widen shoulders or improve those roads. So this money will be set aside for that and go along with the study that we had Collier do. So we have an agenda of what needs to be done. So now this will allow Mr. Murphy to have a pot of money that he can come to when he has projects to start improving the county roads. So we'll do that. We'll leave the money that's been going into that account, that 10 cents. That's what that separate amendment was for. We'll leave that money there and take the extra money and put that in a separate account. But hopefully that would help us to address roads. And then that will conclude our meeting tonight, Mr. Coleman.
Well, we are ending at a good time here. We've got about 10 seconds, I guess. Countermeasure Rental Hunter, thanks so much for being with us. If not before, we'll see you next month.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for a Monday. Until tomorrow, I wish you a magnificent day.